and the notion that if I give to you, I take away from myself. It has been proven time and time again that diversity has significant organizational benefits. You do not get to pick and mix inclusion. It is either in its entirety or not at all. Inclusion is about choice, equitable investment of resources, and leadership. For diversity, equity, and inclusion executives, this book explains why issues of disability and people with disabilities are an absolutely necessary component to advancing their employers' goals. To leave people with disabilities out of DEI initiatives is highly negligent, as disability affects all of us. In fact, 83% of disabilities are acquired, whether due to an accident, illness, or genetic condition. Organizations that include disability inclusion in their D&I agenda are better prepared to support employees through life's events. That's because they have initiatives and tools in place to help employees adjust to new ways of working and living. Empathy, tenacity, and resilience are just a few of the characteristics associated with disabled people. By including disability in the D&I agenda, businesses are better placed to attract and retain such talent. At 28, I finally came out of the disability closet. It was my leap into the world. I could no longer hide my limited eyesight, and quite frankly, I was exhausted. I vowed to be proud of my capabilities, that I would never apologize for having a disability, and I would fight for every disabled person's right to be included fairly and equitably. I want everybody's true nature to be able to shine. While my advocacy journey has not been easy, I've had several doors shut in my face and a multitude of barriers to break. It has never caused me to veer away from pursuing equity, economic independence, full societal participation for well over 1 billion people with disabilities like John and me. We will never stop using our inherent powers, and we will never stop speaking up and out about wrongs that can so easily be righted. As a society, we need to stop putting so much emphasis on labels, because labels are for jam jars. We are extraordinary, different, wonderful people who are not defined by the box we tick. Currently, disability is often considered as something more akin to being weak or dependent, but there is a wealth of talent that is not being utilized for their insight, innovation, and potential. By moving past the medical model of disability and recognizing the societal structures that serve as a barrier for many, we can truly begin to balance the playing field. Enjoy delving into Disability Friendly. John has interwoven key gems wrapped in his humor, and I am certain you will learn a great deal from the following chapters. Caroline Casey, founder, The Valuable 500. Introduction. Disability Friendly is bold, hip, clever, funny, edgy, and conversational. It differs somewhat from scholarly writings in that it's based in practicality, pragmatism, and proven practices. It requires a new way of thinking about the capabilities of people with disabilities to contribute at all levels of an enterprise, whether in a for-profit organization, an NGO, or the public sector. It requires fundamental changes in the way non-disabled people regard people with all types of disabilities, and how we all work to increase substantially the currently dismal rate of labor force participation by people with disabilities. There are many in the business community who have not yet fully incorporated disability into their diversity and inclusion strategies and practices, and those who want to be better at it. These professionals span the C-suite executives, diversity and inclusion officers, diversity, equity, and inclusion officers, senior HR executives, and chief technology and/or information officers. This book will provide the background and context for what has occurred over the last 50 years in moving, inching really, disability inclusion forward, and offer a blueprint for now and the future for all professionals, as well as all the dedicated employees and entrepreneurs who want people with disabilities to be included in all aspects of corporate and societal life, where we rightfully belong. With but a 1 to 2% increase in the labor force participation rate of people